What's up, guys? Welcome back. Day 1 here in Nebraska. Couldn't be more hyped. Walking out to the stand right now through the bean field. Have a good stand kind of on a creek in bean field. It's really hot out today, 95 or 90, so I'm not super optimistic, but I do have a really good wind, so I decided to come out and sit anyway. September 1st, opening day. Couldn't keep me out of the stand. I actually just bumped a deer about 20 yards into this walk, so they're out. So I am hopeful. Just grateful for another season and ready to get after it. It is September 10th. Opening day was great. Saw that young buck and then saw that doe. So it was a really good experience. It was like 90 degrees, so it kind of sucked. It is now a week later from that. I did take a little break. One, because the weather was 90 degrees. Two, because around my tree stand was a bunch of vines. And I was sitting in them, and I was walking through them, and I was crawling through them. Well, it turns out they were poison ivy vines. Had the worst rash probably of my entire lifetime. It was actually horrible. So I've been out of school, out of everything for a week. Just finally got healed enough. So I'm back out here. Got the long sleeves on, long pants on, got the cuffs on. So never gonna let that happen again, hopefully. But the temperature dropped 30 degrees last night. So I'm really excited. It's pouring rain right now. So I'm kind of sitting in the truck. Have about 30 minutes till shooting light, so I'm just kind of letting the rain cool down a little bit before I walk out there and get up in the stand. Overall, yeah, it should be a good one. It's about early in the morning, got enough caffeine in me to, take out an elephant, just ready to go, fired up. Husker game day today, so gonna hunt this morning and then head back to Lincoln and hopefully, not hopefully, gonna go watch the game. So wish me luck. I'm back in the truck. Pretty decent morning. It's pouring rain. If you can't tell, I'm soaked. Unfortunately, I just couldn't sit out all day. The weather's great. It's actually pretty cold, so that was a good feeling to get a little bit of shivering in, but mostly just wet. There wasn't much moving at all though, so just couldn't sit all day. Had to head out. Yeah, on the way out, saw a trail coming out to the bean field with a pretty good buck, Prince. So I'm pretty confident there's still some good deer back there. Keep after it and keep working. Right, so I just got back to the truck. That was pretty wicked. So there were 3 kind of smaller bucks. There were 2 smaller bucks and a doe, and they were just kind of messing around all night. I didn't really think much of it. It was kind of hot, but it was cooling down. So I was kind of hopeful that I was going to see a bigger deer. So those deer were just kind of messing around, the small ones, and then right about half hour to last light, I heard a noise behind me. The little ones were in front of me. I was watching them, and I heard a noise behind me. I turned around, and at about 40 yards, there was a shooter that I got on film that you guys saw. So I grabbed my bow, turned the camera around. By then it was about 42, 43. Definitely a shot, you know, I can make, but just on a whitetail, the first time seeing it, it's just not worth the risk of it ducking it at 40 yards. It wouldn't have been responsible. So I decided not to shoot it at 40 yards and let it kind of work its way. It was super exciting to see. It came around and then popped out at about 50 yards in front of me and just kind of waited, didn't come any closer. It started pushing out to the bean field with the other ones, and then it stopped at about 60 or so. So I knew I was going to shoot it. I was hoping it was going to work back down, but unfortunately just ran out of light. So super awesome experience. I was really excited to see that. Got my blood going for sure. Now I have a lot more motivation to come back out here. I had just been seeing really little ones, so I wasn't sure if I should move my stand, what to do, but thankfully that kind of confirmed it for me that I'm doing the right thing. Just got to wait for the good weather. And also they're at the bean field at about 70 yards, and they were kind of looking back towards me, and I was confused because I wasn't moving or anything, and I thought I had spooked them, and all 4 of them kind of took off, and they ran for about 40 yards and stopped and turned around, and I was like, dang, you know, I must have spooked them, but it was pretty dark, so I wasn't super worried about it. All of a sudden, a buck bigger than the one that I got on video that you guys saw came busting out from behind me at about 90 to 100 yards and ran those 4 deer basically out of the bean field. So 2 shooter bucks on the property. It was too dark. I did videotape it. I don't know if you could see it or if you could see the rack. Just massive body. So I know it was bigger than the one that we had seen. So super excited. 2 shooter bucks on the property for sure. I do have 2 tags with you know, the archery and then the statewide. So I'm really excited. Hopefully we can get some opportunities. But yeah, that was freaking sweet, man.